26% discount. Okay, test takers, you have a new option, a US state licensed pharmacist. I'm here with pharmacist Polina. And Polina, if people are interested in getting the 26% discount off of my meetings and classes, where do you want them to send you a message?
Oh, they can send a message on my email.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, so you guys can see Paulina's email on the video. Send her a message, and it can be short, like, "Hi, Paulina, I'm interested in the 26% discount." Those of you guys that are interested in getting a 26% discount in meetings and classes with me for 26 on TOEFL iBT Speaking, you can send an email to Pharmacist Polina to get that. Test takers, those of you who are going to be sending Pharmacist Polina a message, an email, she is going to get back to you, all of the pharmacists, when it's completely convenient for them. And that might not be as fast as you want it to be. So if you want the 26% discount, you're going to respectfully and patiently wait for Polina to get back to you whenever she'd like. That might be a few days from when you send her an email. It might even be a full week after you send her an email. And if you don't want to wait, test takers, you're welcome to schedule meetings with me at the regular price. Otherwise, thank you for patiently waiting for her to get back to you whenever she'd like. Okay, and so Polina, it's been about 3.5 years since people saw you passing your TOEFL and continuing on. How are you doing today? Are you completely finished? Do you have your pharmacist's license?
yes, I am completely finished. It's gonna be almost 2 years since I am a licensed pharmacist in the United States, in the state of Montana. And um, it's sometimes work can be challenging, but I think it's so worth it. I know the studying process was very difficult, and I had times when I feel like I'm ready to quit, but um, I'm really happy I didn't because after I got my pharmacist license, it completely changed my life. And I'm not talking just like the salary. Yes, of course, I started getting paid twice, even more than I used to make before, but also the feeling of respect from others, the feeling of confidence that I got after passing all the exams and getting my license. So, um, I just want to tell everyone who's studying, who is struggling now, please don't quit. Be patient. It takes time, but you will get it. I promise you, it will get better, and it's absolutely worth it. I'm very happy I did it.
Excellent.
So it's my message to everyone
There we
who's
go, guys.
studying.
Some nice inspiration and motivation from Polina to you. So, yeah, I go through things, we all go through things where we feel like quitting or changing our path, but she just encouraged you guys to keep going. It's well worth it. Okay, so Polina, you said that it's very, even though it's challenging, it's so rewarding the work that you do. I'm interested in hearing what's something that's been very rewarding this past month or two.
Um, well, when you are dealing with problems and then you are able to figure out and help others, help people, and then they are thankful to you, it's been it's very rewarding when you are able to figure out, something difficult, a problem, resolve a problem for others, and then when people are thankful to you, that I really I'm really enjoying it, and I'm glad I'm doing what I'm doing.
Nice. All right, that's great. And I know a lot of people watching and listening to this are enjoying what you're doing right now. I got a great message this week that reminded me that, like you just said, Polina, this isn't just about salary. I got a great message this week that
Mhm.
reminded me of the help that I and the pharmacists that are now partnering with me, the great work that we're doing, giving people real testimonies of success. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of times, whether it's the TOEFL Speaking 26 or other things, a lot of times it's the negative voices that are the loudest. And this week I got reminded that it's not just about salary. We are doing a lot of good by sending messages of positivity to people who are not otherwise hearing a lot of positivity. So
Mm-hmm.
thank you for making this video and for sending some good words out to other people. I'm sure they appreciate it.
Of course.
Okay. And so um, here's a question I want to ask you.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you would agree with or disagree with him, but pharmacist Vishal said that the entire process, TOEFL, FPGEE, NAPLEX, the law
Mm-hmm.
exam, the internship, he said out of the entire process, the hardest part was getting 26 on speaking. What do you think?
I would agree. You know, I would agree. One of the reasons is that for me, it took me like 8 times to pass it. It never took me on any of other exams to pass so many attempts. Just for that, I think yeah, I agree that it's one of the hardest things throughout the whole process. I can't say that like everything else is easy. Every every step has challenges, but yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that's a good point.
Okay. So that's a good point.
Choice.
She agrees.
Yeah.
So why do I bring this up? How is this intended to help you test takers who are currently on your way to getting your 26 on speaking? Well, it's a reminder. It shows you guys that here's the positive perspective. Here's the good way to look at it from a positive lens. You're going to get the hardest part. It's all downhill once you get your 26 on speaking. The hardest part is at the beginning, and then the rest is easier. So, for those of you that have been striving to get 26 and haven't gotten it yet, but will be getting it soon,
Mhm.
just know that you're doing the hardest part right now. Everything gets better and is easier after this.
Yeah, and also I remember when I was studying, I feel like it's easy for everyone else, and I'm the only one person struggling, and everyone else is just passing things so easily. But I was struggling. It sounds like pharmacist Michelle was struggling at some point of her process. It is hard. Everyone is struggling, and
Yes.
it takes patience. It will get better, but there is a period when it's very challenging and it's difficult for everyone.
Yes. It's difficult for everyone. So anybody who feels like they're struggling or in a big challenge by themselves with this test, you are not. You're welcome to send me an email if you want to hear more about that and get some support yourself. Okay, so we might be keeping this video short. Polina, any final messages to the test takers and to the people who might email you?
Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. You will get rewarded for that. The hard work never goes wasted.
Hmm. Okay, everybody, I'll talk to you soon. Best of luck to all test takers.
Best of luck to everyone.
The main purpose behind that video is to educate other students that everyone has their own way. Okay. But just go like stick with someone. Stick, believe me, like the templates, maybe some people will get the 26 using templates, but it's not because they use the strict template, the templates as it is. It's because they had their own, they developed their own fluency that could overcome the structure of that template.
A person that you can see and hear, the speaking templates are wrong. Because to get 26 on speak, and when you see somebody who did get 26 on speaking or above, and they tell you they used a speaking template, they did not get 26 on TOEFL iBT speaking because of the speaking template. No, they got 26 on TOEFL iBT speaking in spite of the limiting nature of the speaking template. They got 26 on TOEFL iBT speaking because their speaking fluency was so good, is so good, that it was able to overcome the limiting structure that is speaking templates.
I never got 26 using AI website.
Okay, but you did on the real test after meetings with me.
Yeah.
If you want to see more videos with people giving you their best advice on how they got their 26 on TOEFL iBT speaking, you can watch that YouTube playlist. It's connected to this video, and you can find it by searching for TOEFL iBT Speaking 26. You can also find it by going through speaking26.com. These are people who before were not getting 26 on TOEFL speaking and after did get 26 and pass their tests. I asked them, hey, can you give your best advice to people who are still taking the test? How did you go from not passing to passing?
When I read about the TOEFL exam, I didn't really think much of it. I just thought, okay, you know, straightforward thing. It's an English exam. How difficult can it be?
The pharmacy board needs specifically 26 in speaking.
I used to change the template. Maybe this is more advanced, so I will use this the next exam, and I try to practice this for maybe a month or two to be able to master it, you know, to say it without thinking. Every time I found myself getting maybe less score or the same score. It doesn't make any difference to just change the templates and use different introductory words. It didn't make any difference for me. Some of my friends advised me to start taking sessions with you.
This helped me in passing my TOEFL exam. Erin helped me to pass and get 26.
Erin, actually, any words will not be enough. But really, I'm very thankful.
26 in speaking, and I finally got it, and I'm so excited to get to the next step in my pharmacist license.
Look at my accent, look at people who got 26. So just surround yourself with people who motivate you.
Look, I passed. That bit that's missing is probably the most important bit to get you to 26.
Yes.
And that's the bit where Aaron, I felt, helped me realize where I was going wrong. And that bit where I was going wrong, I think it goes for everyone. It doesn't matter whether you speak English is your first language or not. That bit that was missing is something everyone really needs to understand in order to get that 26.
Once you are in the level that you need to become advanced in order to get the 26, you need to get rid of the templates.
Template will hinder your ability to deliver the question, because it shows that you are reading something or you are not speaking, you are reading.
I was using completely different template or different way. I started to apply your way, and once I started to practice your way, oh, it's easy for me.
That was really good for me. It really helps me because with this in my mind, I could speak faster, and because I was confident.
It's challenging, but you know, after you pass it, the feeling of victory, it's worth it.
As English is my first language, I thought the speaking templates would be enough to get me the 26 that I needed. Unfortunately, it wasn't, and I only scored a 23. Your lack of getting 26 is not due to your speaking ability. It has been due to your less than optimal strategy. Get rid of the training wheels.
The templates were like, oh my God, why did they create those templates?
Aaron, you are a big helpful for students like us. We need somebody to stir revolution in our heart inside, give life to our conversation. And this will never happen through other sites like they have exact traditional pattern, the template, first, second, for example. Don't say, for example, the second time, for instance. Really? And like robot, I felt myself without life. I don't have the freedom to speak.
You don't have to worry that much about how can I mention 2 reasons with 2 details or 2 examples. It's too much for me. You help students to increase their fluency.
Instead of following that speaking template or any other speaking template, trust your fluency.
For the students who are taking with you, trust this guy. He's amazing. He will shift or improve your level as soon as possible.
Like this, jump my score from 23 to 26, like this. How many hours I took with you? 5. Look at this. 5 hours in 2 weeks. I passed my test.
I was surprised that I passed after 5 sessions together.
I hope you keep inspiring and helping more pharmacists and more other students to achieve their goal and become a professionals here in the United States.
If I had just, found you earlier.
For people who's really, they have concern and they need to do it very fast, go to the original, the source of help.
Go to Aaron. He's the guy. He was the guy for me. And hopefully he's the guy for you. And he'll set you straight. He'll tell you what you need to do to get that 26